Well, let me get some of the links I want to talk about. The reports, a couple of reports going to put in. Now, I can't put it in the Instagram until after, but I could get it into the other people on Let's Go Help, the members, and also on YouTube. So let me get those. One of them is really all the grants I want to talk about today is the April 1 grants. I got a whole bunch of interesting stuff in there that I want to make sure people know about. Let's see, where the hell did I put them? April 1 grants. Okay, here, I'll copy that, and I'm sure, let me make sure they're open. I could share them with everybody. Restrict it. Now I gotta undo that. Anyone with a link could read those. So whether you're a member or not a member, you could have access to these. Okay, I'm gonna get that link again. And now, where are we on the chat? Okay, we're on the chat. Chat, GTP, or whatever it is. There it is. Okay, now I think I could put it on YouTube on this same computer I have. I think I can. Where is it? Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get that there. Okay. April 1 grants. Yes. Okay. So this is the download. This link. It's a download link because in there are all the links of the programs I want to talk about tonight. And if I don't get them to all, so you have them, and you'll see them. Now, but Instagram, I got to do it later after it's all done. But so it's really for you to eavesdrop and learn about this stuff. Download list of grants. Okay, so we got that saved. Now we got to go back to here. And also what I have too, oh, there you are, Megan. Hi. I can go live in Zoom to YouTube as well. Oh, nice. I have we have a new credit card processing company, and we're all screwed up now because we had to change our processor, and that's the whole business is on this credit card stuff. And they decided in 2 weeks or something like that, we had to leave town. And these big companies have so much power that they don't deserve. But, you know, what the hell? I'll live in the cracks. I don't care what people want to do. I'll figure out a way around it. And so we're still figuring out and digging it out. But, you know, we're losing a bunch of money doing this because stupid Stripe. So if you're involved with Stripe, man, you just got to be careful. They'll just pull the rug right out from you. And it takes a long time to take it, particularly if you have a subscription. If you don't have a subscription, it's okay. But we're losing a ton because of that. But the grants we give out don't seem jeopardy yet. See, this is all our profit. But I think we'll be able to sneak through and not affect the grants with this thing. Now, life is full of problems. I mean, if you don't learn how to handle problems, you're not living. Are you? And you're really not doing anything. So you have to expect them. And the way to deal with them, get out of Stripe. Yes, I am out. They kicked me out. And it's learning. I mean, and then the people that we're using now are not as sophisticated as Stripe. They got a lot of money that things work a little easier, and it's literally my entire life in a nutshell. Literally, what is that, Kate? Okay, so I want to. What we have is another how to manage your own subscription. So, way to manage your own subscription. I set this up today, and it's a way that you can start your subscription, stop your subscription, whatever you want to do. Change the credit card if that's not working anymore. You can do it all yourself, and I have a video explaining to it, explaining all this stuff to you. I'll put this in certainly the chat for members because it's for members. You have to be a member to be able to do this and get in there. Why won't it copy for me? Okay, I have to go back and copy it again. You know what I have trouble doing? It is talking and doing something at the same time. Boy, you get older, man, you just don't work at the same level. Okay, is that right? Okay, let's see if that works. Come on, baby. Oh, Tammy's there. What are you doing here? You gotta work soon. You shouldn't be playing around here. But it's so nice to see you. Okay, there it is. That's this one. A way to manage your own Let's Go Help subscription, because you could go in there. What you do, the link that's in there, and there's a video instructions. You go to the link, you put in your email that you use to subscribe to us, and then it tells you. Then you have to put in your own little password, and then you're able to go right in and see everything you've done. You know, all the money. Well, you won't see a lot because of the brand new service, and the other one had it all. And that's not there anymore. But in the future, you'll see it all there. And also, you could stop it if for some reason you can't afford it, you don't want to use it, or you think we're lousy or whatever, that's fine. If you need a refund also, that's fine. Let us know. I don't want you to pay for something that you don't think is of any value to you. I mean, that's silly. And I know I get you excited about it because I'm excited about this stuff and I believe in it. And I know it can help people. I've seen it over and over again. I don't know if I read you this latest, a day or two ago, I got something here from a member, Thelma, Thelma, M-A. And she says, hello, everyone. I want to say thank you to Matthew and all his associates that help him every day. You are all the best. I am one of the winners of the Lover's Day Grant giveaway, and I want to let everyone know that a very grateful homeless veteran of over 3 years is now getting help because he has a birth certificate, Social Security, and a card and military papers. So she gave that money that she got, we gave her, I guess it was $500, to get these documents for this homeless veteran. He needed funds to pay for his birth certificate and military papers. He kept telling me, and no one cared enough about him to help him. But because of the caring people like you, he got the funds he needed. He has been able to apply for food stamps and medical assistance, and he has a caseworker that is helping him apply for his veterans benefits and is looking for him to have housing. Thank you so much for helping this friend. The next goal is to get me a house. I found a place in Williamsburg, Maryland, and I'm in the process of looking for money to pay the rent and security deposit. So that's, I mean, it is at least, I know I said this a lot, and it maybe gets boring after a while, but it is, to know that maybe something I know could help somebody like that is just the most amazing gift that we have. I mean, that's a superpower we all have, you know, in the same way like Tammy that's helping people, and Michelle that was just on, I think she's still on live, maybe on the other, on the Zoom call, helping people, and she feels that way. We all feel that way, that it's really selfish to give because it feels so good. And I maybe I didn't think that way or as clearly. I mean, I know my heart hurt a lot of times when I was younger, but I didn't know what to do with it. Now I do, and it's all about giving. So I'm going to do this till I can't breathe, and I can't wait to get up tomorrow and do it again. It's just a wonderful gift that I've been given to do this, and to support myself doing it too, and to have other people support themselves. It's just wonderful to have all this, at least. But I'm selfish. I do this because it feels so good. You don't think this is for you? No, don't be silly. That's the dirty secret about giving, is that it's selfish because it feels so good. And people think, oh, oh, isn't he so whatever it is. You created a whole thing, Matthew, and you're so, well, thank you, Charity. See, I mean, to hear things like that, everybody said that, yeah, guy grew up in Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. I didn't think anybody tell me that. The nuns just told me to sit down and shut up. I'm a second generation of your knowledge. Wow. Now I'm showing my age, right? No, I've been doing this 50 years. Went in the military, Vietnam, 3 years, 2 months, and 9 days, got out. Was a shitty college student, barely snuck through. That's why I couldn't go to grad school. I had shitty grades to get out of the war. So I went, had nothing else to do. And I came back and got an MBA and started businesses, and they were failing until I got one. I got an MBA in computers back in the 70s. I was the only person in the world in a computer business back in the 70s that failed. But, that's the way it goes. And thank God it did, because I would have had a mediocre computer company. Now I'm doing something that's really me. It's from the inside. And after I failed at everything, that's when I started trying to live inside out. We have to take outside in to see where we fit into this nonsense that's out there called life. But then you have to take from your inside, because your inside is the best you have. And how do you get that out so you could give that the most? I think, you find something that's really you inside, that you could give it better than anybody else. You're trying to act like somebody else, you can't do it as well as they can. That's why I think the whole thing about this is finding, what's weird about you, because that's a clue on what you're good at. I used to be good at screwing around in classrooms and being thrown out of class a lot, even thrown out of schools and stuff like that. Nothing malicious. I was just entertaining myself. I hated school. Okay, let me go through some programs here, so make sure you know about them. Now, these are programs that are really, they're all over the lot. Their city. See, most of the stuff is local. It's not national. There's some national programs, like Social Security, and everybody thinks everything is going to be like that. So everybody applies to one place. No, it doesn't work like that. Everything is local. Federal money, yes, but then it goes local, and it turns into all different things, and every city will have a different thing, a different place to apply, and stuff like that. So you got to be a little flexible using this. And anything you think you know about grants is probably wrong. I keep relearning everything every single day. That's what's fun. Yeah, because I don't know. If you know the answer ahead of time, Julio, there you are, great. Then it's no fun. It's not knowing the answer is fun, because then it's an adventure. It's a treasure hunt kind of thing. Okay, beginning April 1st, look at this. You know what California just did? They're paying now a minimum of $20 an hour for people who work at the fast food places. $20 an hour, man. This is what's going on. I mean, people can't live below that. You know what the national minimum wage is? Guess. Go. What's the national minimum wage? $7.25. But all states have their own. I've been in a live before. Oh, Donna Egan, yes, I remember that name. And so check with your state to see what your minimum wage is. And even cities have different minimum wages. I know, like somewhere in Seattle or something like that, they have their own minimum wage. It's higher. So don't let people mess you around with the wage. If they want to pay you $7 an hour, that's against the law. They think it's for the law if you're national, but not if you are. And also, if any employer messes you over at all, in other words, you thought you got more money than you did, or because they take money out of your wage and you don't even know about it, and it's probably illegal, or they don't pay you overtime when they should pay you overtime, and they call you a management when you're really not, all this kind of stuff. And to complain, don't hire a lawyer. You go to your state Department of Labor. Every state has an office of the Department of Labor that enforces those federal laws. And see, an agency can enforce laws better than any lawyer can. Because a lawyer, the only thing they can get from you, from your boss or whoever screwed you over, is just money. So they don't have a whole lot to lose, the company, by arguing with your attorney. But if they argue with the government and they lose their whole business, because the government can put them out of business. Nobody wants to mess with the government. Plus, it takes a lot more paperwork for a business to argue with the government than it does with a lawyer, okay? So that's why you get the same people who brought you Desert Storm to fight for you too, with your boss. Okay, here's an interesting thing. A lot of states are now selling marijuana, okay, and legally. They've always had it for sale, but now it's legally, so they're collecting taxes. Now, New Jersey, it's been legal for a year or so, and they collected like $61 million of taxes. That's why the elected officials like it. But part of that goes for people in trouble, okay, people who need help. So they have $3 million now in Jersey. And here in the law for that, it's 62 million, is the total revenue they got in the first year, which was 2022. So now they're just deciding what to spend. The money that goes to help people is $3 million. And that is a set aside. It's called social equity, to make things fair for people, okay? So it's for things like legal services for free for people. It's for apprentices, for you to get a better job, so you get the training for free and living expenses to do that. Financial assistance to pay for your emergency bills and stuff like that. Workforce development, that's another thing for you to get a better job, okay? Daycare money, transportation money, all that. But what they're doing in New Jersey now is they want comments from people, and so they want you to go and tell them what you think the money should be used for. See, that's how the thing works. You got to learn the system a little bit, so you can influence where that money's going to go, because you want to have a daycare center in your neighborhood or something like that, or you think people should be trained to be AI specialists, artificial intelligence, and take a course in what do they call it? Engineering, prompt engineering. That's the new code for that. And see, what's neat about when I learned back in the 70s, it was Fortran and COBOL and assembly language and stuff. But now, and that's all like gobbledygook and a foreign language. Now to use computers, it's all in English, but you have to know how to say that English. And so that's why that's an easier computer language to learn now than anything is to run AI. And sure, AI won't take your job, but somebody with knowing AI will take your job. See, that's why you have to learn it. Okay, now here's in Massachusetts, what they're doing is giving out $750 a month for 12 months. They got extra money from COVID. They don't know what to do with it. So let's just give it out to everybody. Everybody's going to get $750 for 12 months. If you're in danger of losing where you live. I mean, so many people, I know members are like that. They're on the edge and they don't know, one bad month or so, and they feel they'll be left out in the cold. And that's why a lot of these programs are out there to help people like that. So that's why, so it's maybe you're not in Massachusetts and doesn't, but see, I'm trying to get through to people that this is the kind of things that are out there, that you can take advantage of. And it may not be exactly the same where you live, but now it's up to you to start searching where you live for things like this. And there's not one place to do it. You can't take one answer from anybody. You ask somebody about it and they say there's no such thing. They don't know about it. They don't know for sure about everything. Nobody does. And how much you dig is how much you're going to get. Is Michigan getting anything like this? Don't know, Donna? You got to check it out. And that's what it's all about. Now, you're a member, so if you go to the Let's Go Meta Grant report, Michelle, weren't you just live? Did I cut off you? Did I cut you off? I didn't really. I don't know when you guys go. I do my own little thing all day. Oh, I think I better do it now. I'm getting tired of it. I want to go on. And I don't mean to cut, but I feel, yeah, I'll send people to you because you could probably help them more than I can. So that's what you have to find it. Oh, so go to number 3 in the Meta Grant report, and you follow that there. It'll take you through how to find these extra living expenses that you need. And its first step there is to make an appointment with a free financial counselor. Then you go into your utilities, then you go into your rent or mortgage or whatever it is, and follow all down the road there. And it's laid out in videos there. Matthew C. Ooh, another Matthew, nice. Okay, 5 programs for utilities. This link I have here is in Nevada. It's a county in Nevada. And it was interesting to me because they had 5 programs there for utilities. See, what people do in the utilities, they go to one program or whatever. And, no. I mean, if you go to findhelp.org and put in utilities, where I live, you'll find 70 programs, that help you with utilities. That's why we say, oh, I look for utilities, they don't have any money. Or I look for utilities and I made too much money. For the ones you saw, yes. Anything useful in Chicago? Yes. There is so much useful in Chicago. But I won't be on long enough to tell you about it. But if you don't want to join or anything, you want to take a look at what kind of stuff is where you live, go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. Forget paying me money, forget any of that stuff. Go there and you get a general idea. Do not go to Google. The last thing you want to do is look for a grant in Google. No, that's the kiss of death. And you're going to wind up without your shirt, your pants, your wallet, and everything, and still not get help. You want to go to findhelp.org because everyone there is either a nonprofit organization or a government office that get paid already to help you for free or give you money for free. Okay, that's who you want. And the way to find out what is in there is not by searching in Google, not by looking for an application, by talking to those people about where to look for an application. That's what it is. It's all about talking to people, not searching around the internet and going around in circles. So that's 5 there. Here's a new program. I forget where this is. In Mobile, Alabama. Starting today, they have grants repair your home. And listen to this. It's going to cover a roof. I'll give you a new roof. It's going to cover, replace your plumbing. Okay, new plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, so heating and cooling system, all taken care of. And that starts today. Yeah, and that's in Mobile, Alabama. Okay, how will you find that? You go to findhelp.org, put in a home repair, and that's a start. Maybe that's a start. It's not going to be magic and you're going to find something there. You may, but you're not really going to find it because it may be hidden in there. You have to start calling all those people there and ask them about where to go. And if you don't do that, you have to get real lucky to find it by just going to a website and filling out an application. Okay, air conditioning, yes. I am from South Carolina. Ooh, good. And I just read today too that they're thinking about cutting back on that EV grant of $7,500. They're giving you to buy an electric vehicle. Cutting back on that because there's not enough charging stations, and they want to use that money to build more charging stations. That's why I think EV sales are a little getting slow now because, and I hear what's more popular now is the both EV and, we had that before. Toyota had those. Hold my brain, but you know what I mean. So if you want an EV, you want to get on that $7,000. So that's going to be gone maybe in a year. They wanted to have it for a couple more years. So maybe you want to think about that harder now or not. I hear the EV sales are getting soft, so they may be getting cheaper. Is what that's all about too. Okay, now this is a grant that's everywhere. It's called Emergency Solutions Grant. And the one I have here that's in the list for April 1st there is for San Jose, but every city has it. Okay, now this is from HUD. It's ESG, Emergency Solutions Grants. And I know a lot of members probably need that. And that's important. Oh, Holly is up. Oh my gosh, my golly. This is Miss Holly. Here's what it does. Its program is designed to identify sheltered and unsheltered homeless people. So you don't have a good place to live, okay? As well as those at risk of homeless. So you're worried about being homeless, okay? That's what this emergency money is for. And that provides necessary for help to them to quickly regain the stability of permanent housing. So you're going to be evicted in the next month or two, or worried about that. Well, you want to find out about your emergency solutions grants and how you could use that. Grantees are generally selected through a competitive process, and such services as homeless outreach, shelter for families and victims of domestic violence, and rental assistance, okay? So that's what it's all for. But see, if you just go there and you find it where you are and they don't have money for you, you can't stop there. See, that's the other thing. People go to one place and they stop. And I know that's logical to you. And to me, with 50 years of experience, it isn't. And that's the problem. And that's why I like Tammy and Michelle and everybody else answering questions, because they realize they're closer to feeling that way, and I'm 50 years away from that, so I feel they could help you a lot better than me. But that's it. It's slowly getting. I found a new article in here about 26 of the best free phones, iPhones, everything the government gives away for free, and discounts on Wi-Fi programs. And they're all listed there on the 26th. It's a nice article. But, okay, if you don't have me or whatever, you don't have this list, but I'm giving it free everywhere, and I just have to get it later on Instagram. But you can also find free laptops, free phones, and discounts on internet by going to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org, O-R-G, and you put in Wi-Fi or computers or whatever, and you start calling people. In other words, if you see something in there that says, oh, it's for veterans or something like that, you call them anyway, even if you're not a veteran. Why? Because they may know somebody else who handles non-veteran problems, okay, for people who are non-veterans, because they're more likely to do it. They're in a business, they'll know other people in the business who's doing what. You're trying to ask your friends that, you're trying to ask me that? No, God, I don't know, because every city has different stuff. So that's why you have to learn that. And so you have a lot of good places to look if you don't have us. Is that findhelp212.org. They're both .orgs, findhelp212. Your local library and your elected official, okay? And they're at commoncause.org. That's where you find your elected official. You put in your zip code, and all their contact information will be right there. Okay, right there. And that's what you want. So 26. Oh, this is interesting. Here's a listing in Reddit that I have, and I have the link here. It's free hunting and fishing licenses for people on disability or government assistance. I'm not a hunter or a fisherman, so not a whole list of me. This is unbelievable. I'm calling your office. I'm going to need your help to get a business plan. I do appreciate you. Well, Raymond, the way we operate it is on letsgohelp.com. Letsgohelp.com. That's where we give you all the help. We don't have like an office anymore. That's old school. It's all online, and you ask questions online. We give you answers online. We give out our own grants too. If you don't know about what we do, we also give out $75,000 of our profits every month to members. That's like half our business. Maybe be a little more because we're not doing well this month because of stripe. And Zoo as well. What's Zoo? What's Zoo with you, Charity? And so every month we have $75,000 in 4 separate grants. You could apply to every one of them, and you are a member. Oh, great, Raymond. And you could keep applying until you get all of them. You can only get one once though, and then you could keep applying to all of them. And we slowly get, like last month we gave out I think like $20,000 more for Valentine's Day, but because of the setback on Stripe, we're not doing that now. But we're still giving out $75,000. Hunting and fishing license, emergency housing vouchers. It was interesting. Yeah, again, another thing for housing is a big issue, right? We don't have enough places. We don't have enough places that are reasonable, and we have to work on that. And so Arlington, Virginia, which is a pretty high-class suburb here in Washington, D.C., they have emergency housing vouchers, not the typical ones. This is for if you're, again, at risk for homelessness. You don't have to be homeless now, but you're at risk for homeless. Or listen to this, what it's for. It's if you're fleeing or attempting to flee domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, stalking, or human trafficking. So if I know we have members that are getting through domestic violence situations, and so that's what these programs are there for. Or you're recently homeless or have a high risk of housing instability. See, all these code words. Housing instability, food insecurity. I'm fucking hungry. I guess it's a way for the bureaucrats. That's the doctors have all these jargons so they keep normal people out of the conversation. Otherwise, meet income and eligibility requirements, okay? And you click here at the County Homeless Coalition, okay? So, cool. You know what? I think this is in Texas, not in Arlington, Virginia. Yes, I think it is. Also, I have here a video I did earlier, a day or two ago, on money for veterans, ex-felons, and low income. And so that's in there, in the bottom of that list that I'm just telling you about, and that's there. And also, what's also here is how not to pay back your student loans. Biden has so many things now that they're forgiving student loans. And make sure you go to studentaid.gov and you look at the studentaid.gov payment plans. You're looking for income-driven payments. Income-driven payment. Fill out the form there to see how you could get, people are getting down to 0 payments or $10 a month payments and then getting it all forgiven. So they pay almost nothing on it, So that's a very neat thing that Biden did. He didn't get the other one where he was going to give out $20,000 or $10,000 to everybody. But Congress stopped them doing that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Bad Joe. Bad Joe. Do you have anything in Georgia? God damn, yeah. Is it Artra? You want to go to put 500, just the number 500 in the search button on top of Let's Go Help 2, and you'll see 500 grants for Georgia, okay? That's where you want to start. You also want to download a copy of the Meta Grant Report, the Let's Go Meta Grant Report. And that will give you more for the rest of your life. Then you could quit, don't pay us anymore, and keep going. Can you give the student loan forgiveness? Yes, it's in the listing, but it's studentaid.gov. okay? Studentaid.gov, and when you get there, one of the main tabs is payments. So it's part of the payment tabs, because you want to put income-driven payment. You crack me up. I need to miss this stress-filled life. Nice of you, Kate. Thank you. How do you find the Lesko report? With your eyes. My wife doesn't see now, so that's a cruel joke here. But it's actually, also put it. It's above the 500. You know, before you look at that, if you go to 500 to get your state report, on top there is the Meta Grant report. I hate to finish my dinner and get some other stuff done. All right, let's go. Okay, Stefan, you go take care of you first. Always take care of you first. You know, and before you spend money on me or whatever, make sure you're taking care of you first. Before you try to help somebody else find money, make sure you take care of you first and are stable. Because that's when you're stable, then you could love harder, when you could give harder, and that's the important thing. If you're trying to, if you're weak and unstable or whatever, then it's hard to give. It's hard to love, or be loved. So you got to take care of you first, okay? And that's why my voice is going. I've been talking a lot all day. Did a whole bunch of videos. So I got to take care of me first. Okay. So let this old fart go to bed. Okay. Try leap and ace fair, yes. And actually, anything like that, ape and iLeap, find help.org. You'll find more of those things. Let's go. I remember I have not found to repair our mobile home leaking roof. Please. Yeah. Okay. Look at the Meta Grant report and item number 8, Marion. You know, Marion was the name of my first girlfriend in 7th grade. She sat 2 chairs from me. Marion Ruggles. I ran into her too as a grown-up just a few years ago too. It was interesting. It's a good name. Good night, man. Thank you, Holly. Oh, you got wonderful people that love you as much as I do, and thank you for being part of all this. Talk to you soon.